Alright, we have to poison the cup, which is very good. If they do have a counter spell, they can't kill us this turn. And if they do have a counter spell, we can take some extra turns. Like 2 in a row, which is very good. Very freaking good. What up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, MtgA Malone. Thank you guys so very freaking much for tuning in on this beautiful Friday. I really appreciate it. People were asking for it, but before we get into the deck, shout out to our new Gold Span Dragon Patreon member, Rico Colombaroli. Thank you very freaking much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out the Patreon or the membership, there's a button down below. You can always check it out. But enough yammering, let's get into the Dogo Dark version, hammering. So, people have been asking for my Dimir version, game, style, whatever, for my Dimir deck. Here it is. Here is my take on the 2022Q Dimir deck. And yeah, it has a lot of removal, it has a lot of counter spells, it has a lot of big boy planeswalkers that turn the game around like there's nothing, and it's one Xanathar guild Kingpin. So this is a new creature that I absolutely want to try out, and as it is in the numbers, why not freaking try it? And with a Shadow's Verdict, we cannot bring it, with the Blood on the Snow, we can bring it back, so it is very freaking sweet. So, at the beginning of your upkeep, you choose target opponent. Until end of turn, that player can't cast spells, so they can't counter anything you do. You may look at the top card of the library, play it anytime, and yeah. Spend mana as though it were mana of color of any color to cast this way. So you can steal whatever you want from them. Very freaking sweet. We only have one of those in here because there's way more important stuff. But if we can pull him, we will be very freaking happy. So here he is, Xanathar, the guild freaking Kingpin. Then we have the Mordenkainen. You know him from yesterday's video. You draw 2 cards, put one of them on the bottom of your library, which is very good. Then you can create a dog illusion, which tower and toughness is double to the number of cards in your hand. So if you have 2, he's a 4/4. Very freaking good, boy. And then we have the -10, exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. So you could do some very crazy stuff with it, like put all of your Alrund's Epiphany on the bottom of your library, then do the -10, draw them all. Just take 4 extra turns in a row and win the freaking game. Then we have the Law of the Spider Queen. You can either draw a card and lose 1 life, which is very good, or you can make 2 2/1s with Menace and Reach, which is also very good. And you get the emblem. Whenever an opponent's dealt combat damage by 1 or more creatures, if the player lost less than 8 life this turn, he loses life equal to the difference. It's not very important. We will find a way to make it important, but right now in this deck, it is more for the creatures and the card draw. And whenever a creature dies, you get a loyalty counter on Loth. So it is very freaking sweet. So, what else do we have as new cards? Not too many. We have, as I said, the Mordenkainen, the Xanathar, and the Loth the Spider Queen. But we have some more very fun stuff in here, like a Professor Onyx. Very freaking sweet. You draw a card. You make him sacrifice something, you make him lose the game, very nice, and whenever he casts a spell, you drain him, very freaking awesome. We have 2 Blood on Snow, and with this we can bring back everything that you see here, because if you pay enough snow mana, you can just bring everything back, just as Loth the Spider Queen, you can also bring her back, so wipe the board, bring back a Planeswalker, very freaking sweet. And then we have the 3 Shadows Verdict against this aggressive meta. We have the Poison the Cups because it is just so good. You foretell it, people would think it is a counter spell. They will be maybe trying to play around it. And Scrying 2 is always very freaking good. And we have 3 Soul Shatters in case we're up against Gold Span Dragons that we don't want to target. We can just make them sacrifice it. And that is very freaking sweet. So these are our removal spells. Then we have a lot of counter spells. As I already said, we have 1 Disdainful Stroke. Just to have it. We have 1 Negate, just to have it. We have 2 Jwari Disruption, which would also work as land, but in the early game this is just so good. People forget about it all the time, don't really play around it. Then we have the Divide by 0. It's not really a counter spell, but you can return something to their hand with mana value 1 or more, so it can't be a land and it cannot be a token unless it is maybe a, I don't know, a token of a Scoot Swarm. that one you can return. And then we have access to our learn board with his 2 environmental sciences, the teachings of the Archaics, introduction to prophecy, introduction to annihilation, very good, the masked exhibition for the late game, and the confront the past to bring back one of our planeswalkers in the late game, which is also very freaking sweet. Then we have 4 Saw It Comings, my counterspell of choice right now. They can't discard it, you keep it in your hand, in your exile, very nice, it costs 2 less to cast, so you will have more mana available. Then we have 3 Behold the Multiverse, just a very good card draw. As I said, you foretell it for 2, and if you are on 2 mana, you put this one down, you don't draw mana in your 3rd turn, you can now draw it. So very, very good. And then we have 2 Gravenlords because it's just so good with the Snowlands in this kind of deck. Because you can scry X, where X the amount of snow mana, and then draw 3 cards. Very, very sweet. So you could scry 5. 5 cards scrying is so good. Instant speed. Very, very nice. Then we have 1 Hall of the Storm Giants. Absolutely like this card. Want to try it out as much as I can. We have 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Very awesome card as well, because it has menace, so if they have 1 creature, you can get in there for the last bit of damage. Very freaking sweet. And then we have 2 Crawling Barrens. So yeah, we have a lot of manlands, and with all these orange epiphanies and everything, we will be able to use them. Then we have 7 beautiful snow-covered islands, 5 beautiful snow-covered swamps, we have 4 ice tunnels, which are also kind of beautiful, and we have 4 Murkwater Clearwater Pathway. These and the manlands are only not snowlands, but we will have enough for our Blood on Snow, for our Gravenlord, so don't you worry about it. So this is a very fun deck. It is the Dogo Dark version because, yeah, it's a Mordenkainen deck, but it's not the Azorius from yesterday. It is Dimir. So there is one deck that we kind of fear with this deck, and it is the Dragon's deck. For some reason, it has a very bad matchup against the Dragon's deck, the blue-red one, the Is It Dragons, or yeah, whatever you want to call it. Very, very bad matchup against that. But all the rest, all the other decks, we have a very good chance of beating them. A very, very high chance of beating them. With all the removal and all the counter spells, you can just chill back. But the Dragon deck is a little bit good against us, so I hope we don't encounter too many of those. We will see. We will see. So, thank you guys so very freaking much for the ongoing support. We're almost there at the 1,400, so if you didn't do it already, subscribe to the channel, become part of the Malone family, join the Discord. I'm MtgA Malone, and I will see you in those shadowy games. Alright, time for the dark side. People have been asking me for my Dimir control deck. Well, here it is. John He Him, number 96. That's almost 69. We're up against the top 100. That is very awesome. We have 1 Poison the Cup. But we kind of have to, yeah, foretell them both. Alright, we're up against Mono White. So, is this the new craze? Is everyone playing the Mono White now? I heard about it, but I haven't encountered too many yet. Okay, interesting, interesting. So we will foretell the Poison the Cup here, because next turn we can also play the Saw It Coming, but we will see. We will freaking... oh my, I was thinking about something like this. I was thinking about it. So... let us see what we can do here. If we have to counter something, we will do so. If we have to kill something, we will do so. Alright, another green source. I gotcha. The Dragon's Guard Elite, that is exactly what I was thinking about. Putting the Dragon's Guard Elite with the Clever Luminancers, wow. And somebody actually did it. And I'm encountering it in first rank game that I'm doing. That is crazy to me. That is actually crazy to me. Alright, so we have the Blood on the Snow as well. That is very freaking good. All we need is 1 more land. 1 more freaking land. Okay. And with the Poison the Cup, we will be able to find it. Alrighty. So, what you doing here, my friend? What are you doing? Another Dragon's Guard Elite. Alright, I gotcha. I gotcha. But what else are you doing? Nothing. Like to see it. Love to see it. So we're putting down the Jwari Disruption here, as we are wiping the board next turn anyways. I mean, we're not getting anything back from it, but it's still totally worth it in my eyes. Still totally freaking worth it. We will try to kill something here. We will absolutely try. After they spent their mana, we will do so. Alright, what you got here, my friend? I mean, I still have one Disdainful Stroke. That is not perfect. It is not freaking perfect. An elephant with trample. Alright, we're still 8. That is 10 damage. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. But maybe we still survive here. Who knows? Maybe we do. We will find out now. Alright, they're just giving us the 10 damage. That is fine. We are trying to kill something here. And if they're using their mana here now, I'm totally fine with that. Totally 1 bajillion% fine with that. The Snakeskin Veil. Awesome. That is something that I was thinking about that they might have. Alright, but we have the Blood on the Snow now. Destroy all creatures. Auto-pay. Absolutely fine. We're not getting anything back. Now we have the Mordenkainen. We can make ourselves a Dogo. We can draw a million cards. Looks pretty good in my book. Oh my lord, are we just about to beat the number 96 in the world freaking rankings? Sure freaking feels like it. It sure freaking feels like it. Okay, yep, draw a card. Couldn't care less. I will draw a million cards myself now, so yeah. Everything is freaking bueno. The Guiding Voice. Alright, what are you getting yourselves? Introduction to Annihilation maybe? Also, the more stuff you use on your Clever Luminancer, the happier I am, because I will just get rid of it. So good. Academic Probation. Okay. Alright. That is absolutely fine with me. Because we can counter that. Alright, we're getting rid of the Ice Tunnel. We're getting ourselves this one. And then we're chilling. Then we're freaking chilling. I mean, we can counterspell that Academic Probation. We can divide by 0, return the Clever Luminancer to their hand. So everything is pretty shway. Yeah, we're negating that. We are freaking negating that. No way you're gonna do that. No way, Jose. You are going to do that. So, are you attacking in now? The Blizzard Brawl. The freaking Blizzard Brawl. Yeah. No. Returning the Clever Luminancer to your hand now. And we are getting ourselves the, where is it? Masked Exhibition. So we will have a board full of stuff. Just a board full of freaking stuff. Alrighty. And they surrender! The power of freaking Dimir. Get in there. Top 1000, here we come. Beating the top 100 feels so good. There is nothing better than beating the top 100 in the world rankings. Let me tell you that much. Nothing better. Coffee Scream. Now we're beating the top 500. I hope so. Don't jinx yourself, Malone. Don't jinx yourself. But we are going first. We are going first, which I like a lot. And we have to divide by 0, so we can buy ourselves a lot of time. Hello, a good game. We're up against dragons. Okay, in our first freaking game. That is kind of annoying, but we have this one, so it is still a-okay. And with the divide by 0, we can do some stuff. So I'm not too worried yet. And now we also have this, which is very freaking awesome. Very freaking awesome. So for 3 mana, they cannot do too much. Not too much, but they can do stuff. But this is like the worst kind of game you can have is dragons against Dimir control. Because they will be so freaking brain-breaking. Such brain-breaking games. Alright. I got it. I know words. Okay, so, depending on what they do here, we will use the divide by 0. Get ourselves some stuff. Alright, they're just foretelling their counter spells. That is alright with me. Absolutely alrighty with me. They fear a counter spell on our side anyways. So, now we have a mana sink. If they aren't doing anything, we can just sink our mana into the Crawling Barrens. And the divide by 0 is also very nice against foretell spells because they get less expensive. But we just return it to their hand, so they have to pay the mana all over again. Cafe Scream. Cafe Scream. Cafe's Cream? I don't know. I don't know. So. Yeah, we're not doing it yet. We have better things to do. Alright, like putting down another snow-covered island here. So 2, 4, 6. Right now we don't have mana to protect our Alrund's Epiphany. And there's also no use in playing it. Also, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything, so why should we? Why should we do anything? We now have the side coming. We will keep it in our hand. Because if they do something here that we don't want to see, we still have the side coming. So that is very sweet. Very, very sweet. Alrighty. So is it time to do something? Is it maybe time to return this expressive iteration to their hand? Get ourselves something for ourselves. I think it is. I think it is. I mean, there's other stuff we could do. But I think getting ourselves the Introduction to Prophecy or the Environmental Sciences all look pretty good. And the Teachings of the Archaics is also very nice. Because they will have a lot of lands in their hand. A lot of cards in their hand very soon. So. Yeah, you can use it now. I have to keep them up. But I still want them to use up their mana here. Seems pretty nice. So 2, 4, 6, 5, 7. We have 7 mana. That isn't enough. But they just got rid of a Galiset Prismari, which I like to see a lot. So now we can put some counters on here. Do nothing. Alright, we found another mana. That is pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Now we can foretell this and can we use this and still have enough stuff open? 2, 4, 6. They have 6 mana. Oh yeah, we're drawing ourselves some cards here. If they want to counterspell this, be my guest. Be my freaking guest. Alrighty. So, they would need another blue mana to be very obnoxious. That way they could play a Goldspan Dragon, the Galiset Prismari. I think I'm just going to Soul Shatter that. Now, you know what? I'm going to use the Poison the Cup here. If they don't have a counter spell, and if they do have a counter spell, we're a-okay. So, I want both of these in this order. I want the counter spell, and I want that one. Alright, also we have the Hall of the Storm Giants now, which is pretty awesome. So, how much mana do we have? We have 8 mana. Maybe I'm putting it down next turn. So, because we can now counterspell something of theirs, which is pretty good. Pretty freaking good. They aren't even doing anything here. That is so freaking awesome. So that means that we can foretell another counterspell. As I said, these matchups are crazy. Freaking crazy. Alright. We are now also attacking him with one of our Crawling Barrens. Take action. So, if they want to do anything here, I'm okay with that. But we're getting in for some damage, which we absolutely have to do. So 2, 4, 6, yeah, if they have one more mana here, they could also take an extra turn, but we will see about that. We will just see about that. We still have our Divide by Zero. The Dragon's Fire. They revealed that one. Yeah, we counterspell that. We freaking counterspell that. If they do have a counterspell here for next turn, that is fine with me. But I don't want to lose my Crawling Barrens, to be honest. I do not want to lose them. So they might have a counterspell here for our side coming, but if they do, we still have the Soul Shatter. We still have the Jwari Disruption. We still have the Divide by Zero. And if they're using a counterspell here, that is kind of okay with me. Kind of freaking okay with me. Because they really can't be attacking in here. But they still are. They still are attacking in. Alrighty. I gotcha. I freaking gotcha. So, they have a lot of mana now. But what are you doing with that mana? They could put down another Galiset Prismari. But we have 2 Soul Shatters. 2 freaking Soul Shatters. So that is very sweet. Alright, this costs 6. We have 10 mana. We'll be putting this one down. We are attacking in with our Crawling Barrens. Take action. And yeah, depending on what they do here, we have the Soul Shatter. We're still looking a-okay. I'm not too worried here. Just a little bit worried. Alright. So, they would have to take 2 extra turns here to be very freaking obnoxious. 2 freaking extra turns. So we will wait what they do. If they do have an extra turn, they do have it. Alright. So we're dividing it by 0 now. If they do have another counter spell and they want to use it here. Alright. All freaking right. So, we are getting ourselves the Masked Exhibition. Seems pretty a-okay to me. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, they have 8 mana after this, so they could still do it. Could still freaking do it. But we also have the Blood on the Snow, so I'm not too worried here. Just a little bit. As I said, it is a very, very dangerous matchup. But they would need like 2 of those. 2 of those in their hand. And let's be honest, that would be freaking crazy. Freaking crazy. The Frostbite. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay. They do have another one. I'm pretty sure of it. They do have another one. So maybe I should have Soul Shattered here. Who knows? Who knows? But if they have another one, we're just freaking dead. Nothing to say here. No cigar. Just freaking dead. They're attacking him with the Faceless Haven. Alrighty. And another Goldspan Dragon. Okay. Was that really that smart, my friend? You just tapped your Faceless Haven. Okay, they don't have anything here. They do not have anything. Freaking love to see it. Okay. I mean, they have 6 mana open now. They could have stuff. Could have stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 6 mana after this. So we're trying to bring down the love. Alright, it hits the field. Creating 2 spiders here. Pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet. Alright. So sadly we can't be attacking in with the birdies yet. But we will be able very soon. We have another freaking Alrund's Epiphany. So we're getting rid of one of these Goldspan Dragons. And we're getting rid of the other one as well. But holy smokes, I think we're freaking dead. I think we are. Because, yeah, they can be attacking in with the other... So, yeah, not having another black mana here really screwed us. It really kind of screwed us here. Okay. So they are attacking in like this. That is kind of what I thought. You have another Frostbite. Okay. As I said, this is the most obnoxious... What? What? Oh, come on. Come the frick on. What was that? What was it that? Oh, man. That was brutal. That was just brutal. They had another Alrund's Epiphany, and now they even had the freaking... Oh, man. That was... I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The opponent's going first. Bamboo Robot. As I said, the Dragon deck matchup is very brutal for this deck. It is very freaking brutal. We're keeping this because of the Poisoner Cup. And we are up against... I think it is, whatchamacallem, Rogues? Rogues, Elves. So, yeah, interesting. Another Jaspara Sentinel. Okay. Alright. If we find another land here, I will... Oh, that's the, yeah, it's the CGB deck. I know about that one. I know about that one. But we have the Negate, so everything is a-okay here. If we really have to do something, we have the Negate. So getting in for 3, they will be draining us a lot, a freaking lot, but we do not care about that too much. We still have the divide by 0. We can return stuff to their hand, so everything is a-okay. And we have the negate, we have everything. So all we need to do is to survive long enough. Alrighty. I mean, we can just negate that. They learn here, but does it really matter to us? Does it? I don't think so. All we need is to find a land, or 2, or 3. 3 lands, and then we're super happy. So the environmental sciences, okay. But if we find 1 land here, I'm super freaking happy. I really am. So they're getting in for 2 now, once more. Alright, we did find a land. A little bit slower than I would have hoped, but we found a land. And we can always just divide by 0 whatever they're doing here. So yeah, getting ourselves another land. It is okay, it is okay. With the environmental sciences. All we need is a blood on snow sooner or later, and then we're happy. Then we are freaking happy. Okay, getting in there for another 3. But we're Dimir, we do not care about that. Oh wow. Yeah. I think I'm just dividing that by 0 because I really have to get myself the environmental sciences in my hand. Really have to. We found another land. That is pretty awesome. So, we have blue, we have black. We're making ourselves another black. We are foretelling this now. Just for later. And we need to be chilling a little bit. I mean, the Ezekiel's Chariot is still a huge problem. Don't you get me wrong. If they're playing it once more here, we have to take care of that. If they aren't, well, we can always blood on the snow sooner or later. And taking another 3 here is not the worst that could happen. Alrighty. So, yeah, we need to counterspell that. Absolutely need to counterspell it. Then we can, environmental sciences, foretell our Alrund's Epiphany, and keep our Poison the Cup open. Very shui. Very, very shui. Alright, what you doing here, my friend? What are you doing? If you're tapping down your creatures, I'm okay with that. The Prosperous Innkeeper, alrighty. We got the Soul Shatter. So what are we getting ourselves here? I think another black. We have enough blue. Now we're foretelling this one. And no matter what comes down, we can always poison the cup. And then just wipe the board very efficiently. Very freaking efficiently. So this is 4 damage that we will be taking now. Oh. Alright, getting back to Ezekiel's Chariot, I see. That is not even too unsmart. Not even too unsmart. Oh my. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, they do have 6. So we need to be a little bit careful here now. Just a little bit careful. So are we destroying the Ezekiel's Chariot next turn and then blooding on the snow? Can we take 3 here? I think we can take 3 here. I think we can. Alright. We will also make ourselves some blockers. We now have the Mordenkainen, but we will make ourselves some blockers with the Alrund's Epiphany. That seems pretty good. I mean, they need a very specific set of stuff now that should happen. A very specific set of stuff now that needs to happen. So can we use the Mordenkainen anti? No, we cannot. We cannot use the Mordenkainen here. I mean, we could make ourselves yet another blocker. Then we don't have the Poison the Cup for the Ezekiel's Chariot. So let's just foretell this one. Now we have 2 of them, just in case. Just in freaking case. So now we can block a lot of stuff. We can block a lot of stuff. We can kill 2 things that will be very dangerous for us. And I think they will be putting down the Masked Exhibition here. Nobody expects a blood on the snow right now. Not in a situation like this. So we will take 3 damage in the end only. 3 freaking damage in the end. That is absolutely okay with me. So they're using the cats. Alright. That is absolutely good. Abso-freaking-lutely good. We are poisoning the cup here. Getting rid of the Ezekiel's Chariot. Swing low, Ezekiel's Chariot. Another orange. Yeah, those are both pretty good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna freaking lie. Okay. Now we will be blocking away one of those. Minimizing the damage. I mean, does it really matter? They will still be bringing down their Masked Exhibition here. Or the Shambling Ghast. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 mana here. I mean, we're still going with our plan here. We are still going with our plan. Now we're getting in for some damage here. We're drawing another card, making ourselves some more blockers. We have the Gravelord now. We have the Mordenkainen. So do we need to be careful here? I think if we're making ourselves another blocker here, we are looking pretty good. And sooner or later, they will have to do something. They will have to do freaking something. And if they're attacking my Mordenkainen, I'm also happy with that. Also freaking happy with that. So maybe they fear the counterspell. Maybe they fear the counterspell, and that is why they didn't put down the Masked Exhibition here. Could be the reason. We will find out very soon. There it is. There you are. Yeah, get all that life back. I couldn't care less. Now you're not doing anything. Love to freaking see it. Love to freaking see it. Alright. So we're drawing here. Let us see what we get. Another side coming. Alright. So now we are getting in with everything. Just getting in there with everything. We have the blood on the snow, so what does it even matter? What does it even matter? Nothing, I tell you. It matters nothing. At least for me. So. Create a treasure token. Do all you want. I do not care about that. I will be wiping the board here, destroying all creatures, and then still have enough for a poison the cup. So yeah, pretty good in my book. Pretty good in my book. Okay. The Innkeeper, make another treasure. Do we care about that? Well, we do care about that. We do indeed care about that. But we can take care of that later. We will have a dog, we will have the Soul Shatter, so everything is a-okay. These two are not really useful anymore, thank you. Okay. So, you're still playing it out. I really respect that. We're making ourselves a Dogo. We have the Soul Shatter, we have the Gravelord, so everything is bueno. And we have the side coming in the worst case. But we will see if they even do anything here. If they even freaking do anything. They just surrender to the evil dog. We're up against RB. That is going first. They're going first, but I kind of like this hand. I mean, we have everything we need. We have card draw, we have removal, we have an extra turn if we want to. We're up against another dragon stack. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, it is what it is. What you gonna do about it? We have the Shadow's Verdict. The first time ever. The first freaking time ever that we have the Shadow's Verdict. Not very good in this matchup, to be honest. But hey, it is what it is. You have the Behold the Multiverse. Ready to rock and roll. And they're using it here, which is very smart because I'm out of mana. So yeah. Very, very smart. But we have the Divide by Zero, so I'm okay with that. We can get ourselves the Teachings of the Archaics, which is also very good. So. Let's do it like this. If we don't find a land here, we are happy to have the Behold the Multiverse. They might be putting down a dragon here now. But what you gonna do about it? Not too much. It is, as I said, we didn't find another land. That is very, very bad. Very, very bad. So if they let us do it here, I'm happy. If they don't, we are already so far behind, going second, missing a land drop, having 2 Shadows Verdict in this matchup. Very bad. Very, very bad. Prismari Command. Okay. Alright. So I think the Mordenkainen is just a little bit too slow here. Yeah, we need lands. We need lands. We don't need a Mordenkainen right now. We found the Alrund's Epiphany. Okay. That is just equally as bad in my book, but okay. So they're on 5 mana now. They could have a Goldspan Dragon, which would be very annoying. But they're foretelling something. Like to see it. I mean, they could still be afraid. Oh my lord. Seriously. Seriously. Finding all my Shadows Verdict. We have found more Shadows Verdicts for now than we have found lands. Crazy. I mean, we had 3 lands in our starting hand. And we have all these Shadows Verdict. What am I supposed to do with Shadows Verdicts in this matchup? And we haven't found a single one before. Shuffler is so weird sometimes. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Another Prismari Command. Yeah, that is fine with me. Use up your, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cards in my hand right now. Oh no, I don't. I'm just bad at counting. Yeah, I'm just super bad at counting. Super freaking bad at counting. Alright, we're beholding the multiverse here, aren't we? Yeah, because if I poison the cup here anyways... Oh, the Soul Shatter is good. The Soul Shatter is pretty good. Sadly, I found an ice tunnel, which is absolutely not good. Absolutely not good. I hope I find another land. The Hall of the Storm Giants, just equally as freaking bad. Just equally as freaking bad. So, are they doing anything here? If they are, I'm very happy about it, because that means that we can Soul Shatter here, which is very good. Means they don't have a counter spell. Looks like we're in the mana advantage right now. But still, a very, very dangerous and very hard matchup for Dimir. I don't know why it is like that, but yeah. All these Shadows Verdicts are just so bad. So freaking bad. Let's just hope, oh, they found a land. And they have another Goldspan Dragon. Oh, gamey. Oh, gamey. But I don't think they will have a counterspell here. Well, if they do, it would be very annoying. But what are we supposed to do if they do? We're doing it right now. Just immediately. Giving them some treasures. Yes, I know. But if they're spending the treasure for a counterspell here, I'm okay with that. Holy smokes. Do I want a Jwari Disruption? It could be good, but I really don't think it will be. So yeah, let's dig for some other stuff. We now have the Poison the Cup. And we have the Divide by Zero. But we have no black mana open. No black mana. Alright, but we have the Divide by Zero. So hey, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. They do have a lot of mana now. Alright, it can't be countered, but it can be returned to their hand. So, yeah. That is good. That is pretty good. And it would need like a, Alright, what are we getting ourselves? I think environmental science. They would need like a very good answer here for that. So. We found another tapped land. Very annoying, but what you gonna do about it? There isn't too much you can do about it. We're foretelling one of our Alrund's Epiphanies here also. And we're trying to get that sucker out of the field. I mean, they would need one more land to be very freaking obnoxious here. Alright, we have to poison the cup, which is very good. If they do have a counter spell, they can't kill us this turn. And if they do have a counter spell, we can take some extra turns. Like 2 in a row, which is very good. Very freaking good. Alright. The side coming is pretty sweet here. And the love as well. So let's keep them both in this order. Do they have anything here? Do they have anything? So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. We need to chill. We need to freaking chill. I mean, if they have another, there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing we can do about it. Then we're super dead. The expressive iteration. Alright, should I counter that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I should. I think I'm keeping up my Gravenlore here. And if they're using a counter spell for the Gravenlore, I'm absolutely okay with that. And I can still counter no matter what they play afterwards. Even if it is another Inferno of the Star Mounts, which I cannot counter. They still don't have enough mana to pump it. So yeah, and there's no more stomps in this meta. They would have to have a shock, which would be shocking. Alright, they do have a Goldspan Dragon. We can counter that. We can absolutely counter that. Another expressive iteration. Okay. That is not the stuff that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of other stuff. I mean, they could have counter spells now. But yeah, there's not too much I can do about it. Alrighty, so they're out of counter spells now. I'm pretty sure of it, because there's no 1 mana counter spell. Not in today's economy. So we will be taking some extra turns here now. Let us see what we can draw. I hope some good stuff. I hope it will be awesome stuff. Another land, that is good. Taking another extra turn. I mean, why the heck not? Why the freaking heck not? Getting in there for some damage now. Alrighty. Now we're putting down the Loath here. Putting down some more blockers. Getting ourselves some life seems pretty good. And some black sources, because that is what we actually need the most. And now we're getting in for 3 damage here. Alright, so the game is still going on pretty hard. So don't you think that it is over. They might have another extra turn here themselves. The Cinderclasm. Not bad. But the Loath will get a lot of counters here. But if they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they could have an extra turn into Goldspan Dragon. Would be very bad. Then we lose once more to the extra turns. Very, very bad. Very bad. Let's just hope they don't. Let's just freaking hope they don't. They have a Goldspan Dragon. Alright. Like to see that. Are they attacking the Loath? They are. Are attacking the Loath. Okay. We will still make ourselves some spiders. We now even have the Lily, which is very freaking good. Very good. So we have 7, 8, 9 mana. This is 10 mana. Alright, we are trying. We are freaking trying. I mean, if we can get rid of this Goldspan Dragon, we are super freaking happy. So happy I can't even put it in words. Okay, we can. That is so good. That is actually so good. Because we also have blood on the snows. So sooner or later we might be able to, you know, get in there. We have the Gravenlore, which will draw some cards. So they would need to take an extra turn here into another Goldspan Dragon to get rid of our Professor. Wow! All the Cinderclasms in the world have been found. All of them. So, and they have the Alrunds. So I wasn't thinking about a Cinderclasm into an Alrund, to be honest. So if they have another Inferno of the Star Mount or another Goldspan Dragon, so how many did we get rid of? 1, 2 Goldspan Dragons. Are they 3? 1, 2? They do have another one. Insane. Freaking This is exact freaking... Oh, it's not. It's not exact freaking lethal. It is not exact freaking lethal. So, but they're getting rid of the Professor Onyx, which is very, very bad for us. But we still have a chance with the Gravenlore here. We do still have a chance. And we have the Mordenkainen, but I think we need to go all frickin' in here. All frickin' in. Do you have a counterspell now? They didn't play a whole counterspell the whole frickin' time. Holy frickin' smokes. None of those are helping us right now. None of those. Oh my lord. This is like the worst outcome there could have been. Like the worst frickin' outcome. We don't even have enough mana for the Alrund's Epiphany. We have nothing. We just lost. There's like so many spells that would have helped us right now. We only used one of our Soul Shatters. So yeah, good game. As I said, the Dragons matchup, very bad for us. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? They had infinite power. We didn't. We didn't find our removal. Very bad. Very, very bad. I'm shouting out patrons and my YouTube members. I'm doing it instead of Mila, the Japanese anime. You know it, the one about volleyball. So yeah, I watched it as a kid. I can't remember anything from it. Really anything. I think I always watched it in Italy with my cousins, but I really can't remember anything. But I'm getting sidetracked here. A very special thanks to each and every one of you who's supporting the channel, going the extra mile, becoming a Patreon member. So yeah, that is very freaking awesome. A patron and a member. So that is very freaking awesome. So a very huge shout out to Azad the Great Hearted. We have Randy Campbell, John, Chris Stevens, John Cooley, Automatom, Vincy MH, and Vicky White. You guys are really great-hearted, and I really appreciate it. Then a huge shout out to our Goldspan Dragons, who have been very obnoxious today, so stop it. We have Waffles, Randy A.K. Donald T, Floriano Scott, Jan Newman, Sims365, Anthony, Tim Clanny, William Whitehead, and our newest Patreon, Rico Colombaroli. Thank you guys so very freaking much for being Goldspan Dragons, and of course, never stop being Goldspan Dragons. But come on, people, stop playing nothing but Goldspan Dragons in every deck. So then we have our Nico Bolas, God Pharaohs, our big boys from the underworld. We have Earl, Chris Katowski, and Grandoff. Thank you so much for choosing the highest tier for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. You can still send me decks. Earl already sent me something, so we will do that very soon. I also have enough wildcards right now for 1 or 2 historic decks. So if you want to check something out there, you're absolutely welcome. And if you want to check out the Patreon and the membership, there's a link down below. Every single video. And if you don't have any hard-earned cash to share, don't you worry, sweet summer child. There's always other ways to support the channel, like subscribing, sharing the video with your friends, or maybe watching the commercials on your phone. That would also help me out a freaking lot. So thank you guys so very freaking much for all the support. We're almost at 3,400. Only 7 people left as the making of this video. So I think we might even be able to do it until the next video. So thank you guys so very freaking much. And yeah, sadly, we didn't use our Xanathar one single time. We didn't find it one single time. But we found everything else. We found our Loath, we found our Professor Onyx, we found our Mordenkainen, we found our 3 Shadows verdicts in the 1 Dragon deck game, which was very, very bad. But not a single Xanathar was to be seen, which is very sad because he also was in the sleeve. So I would have liked it very much to at least put him on the field once. Would have been awesome. Also, I said in the beginning, I hope we don't encounter too many Dragon decks because they are very good against us. What did we encounter? Nothing but Dragon decks. That was crazy. Like 2 out of 4 were Dragon decks. That is the luck you get when you're playing something like this. But we didn't encounter any other Dimir deck. That is crazy because in playtesting I encountered like 3 out of 4. And in playtesting I had the Xanathar out twice. So that is crazy. Just so crazy. It is just so weird sometimes how the shuffler and the matchmaking works. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think there's something wrong. Something very, very wrong with the shuffler and the matchmaking, especially in the 2022 queue. So yeah. Enough said. Thank you guys so very, very freaking much for the ongoing support. We're going strong on our way to greatness. Yeah, why not? So thank you guys so very freaking much. I'm MtgA Malone, and I will see you all tomorrow.